Hi, could you just pronounce your last name, please, for our anchors?
It's chai, like the tea.
Got it. Thank you. Well, Sean and I will be with you in 2 minutes. Thanks.
Thank you.
It's been more than 7 months since the horrific train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, and President Biden has not yet visited the small town, despite promising to do so. So he's been on vacation at his beach house in Delaware a number of times. He went on a week-long trip to Lake Tahoe and recently did visit the devastated areas of Florida and Hawaii. This has drawn a lot of criticism for him not taking a trip to Ohio.
And this is mentioned because residents there are still concerned about chemicals polluting the water in local streams and wells as a result of the derailment from a freight train a while ago reporting on that. Government officials have reassured the public there is nothing to worry about, but residents say different. They claim to suffer from nausea, dizziness, headaches in the days after the disaster there. The House Energy and Commerce Committee, they're holding, in fact, a field hearing there on September 22nd. So again, still in the headlines. Tammy and Rick Chai, they are residents from East Palestine, Ohio. They've been on before. Good to see both of you. Thank you so much for coming on. We do appreciate that. So obviously this, the news cycle, as you know, it goes on, and perhaps folks like yourself have been overlooked in East Palestine. Catch us up, Rick, with what the situation is like today. Are there any concerns anymore? Is everything okay? A-okay?
Oh my gosh. I want America to know that they're all being lied to. Our waterways are still heavily contaminated. It's gotten time now to go deep into the creek beds, the banks, and the soil. When they knocked the park bridge down for a remodel, I knew they were going to release a lot of chemicals because I was under it the other day poking my stick and chemicals were all out. When they knocked the bridge down, there was another fish kill. All the fish, all the crayfish, all life was killed in that creek. The EPA came out the next day. We filmed it. We were down there with a Time magazine reporter. Chemicals everywhere. The next morning, all the fish were gone. EPA says they smelled no chemicals, so they did no testing. They saw no chemicals. I took the newspaper that was quoted that they said there were no chemicals in the creek, held it, filmed as I'm knocking the chemicals out of the creek everywhere. So that's on my YouTube channel. We are being lied to, and I don't know why. Everybody's worried about President Biden coming here or not coming here. I just want him to take a trip to his desk and just sign the Declaration of Emergency. Yeah. He doesn't have to come here. Just swipe his pen.
Well, you know, we hear that, but there have been some demands just for, again, if a president travels to an area, that means the media follows the president, and perhaps, again, there would be more attention to what's going on in your town and what you're experiencing. President Biden was asked about whether or not he would visit East Palestine again over the weekend. Here's what he had to say. Let's listen.
Well, I haven't had the occasion to go to East Palestine. There's a lot going on here, and I just haven't been able to break. I was thinking whether I'd go to East Palestine this week, but I then was reminded I've got to go literally around the world.
All right, Tammy, your thoughts on that answer?
Well, I think it's reprehensible that he's not paid that much attention to what's going on here. And I'm not sure if he really knows. Maybe the EPA is not telling him correctly, but we did our own testing. We took it to an EPA-approved lab. It's a prestigious lab. We took creek water. And there's chemicals that I can't even pronounce that are in that water, and one of those chemicals is benzene. Benzene is a carcinogen, and there are kids playing in that creek, and those creeks are alongside people's homes. And one thing the American people should know, why it's so important that that creek water is attended to, is because it leaches down into the aquifer. That aquifer supplies thousands of people with their water, the private wells, like we're on a private well. So our drinking water, our cooking water, our bathing water, we will never know if that is in our wells unless we are testing every moment of every day. So that's why it's important he signed that declaration. Do we get some help to get this chemical situation?
And I just shot that video. That's recent. That is not 6 months ago. It's horrible here. East Palestine Off the Rails is our Facebook group if you want to know the truth. Yeah. And this could happen in anybody's town.
And it's not a red or blue issue. It is a human issue, and we need taken care of as humans.
How can the EPA not find that? That's me. Just filmed that.
Yeah. When did you shoot that?
That was 2 weeks ago.
And that's
And now we try to film and they call the police on us every time, even though the waterways are public access.
yeah. And the results from the water came back just on Friday, so that is just the recent.
Yeah, benzene is a class 1 carcinogen. You don't want to ingest it. It will vapor off into the cracks in your basement. Not pretty.
And that's why people are getting sick, because they're probably smelling these toxic chemicals.
Well, you're getting the message out there. We've shown that
you.
video, obviously. I know you sent a letter to the Senator J.D. Vance, who serves in that area. So,
Yes.
again, we'll see what kind of traction that picks up. And if it garners a little bit more attention, obviously, based on that video, it sure looks like it needs it.
And thank you, Newsmax. You've been so good to us and
Yes.
getting the word out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Tammy and Rick Chai, thank you.